If you've ever eaten a Caesar salad, you've probably assumed at some point that it had something to do with Julius Caesar, the Roman emperor, the toga, the Ides of March. It sounds like the kind of dish that would have ancient origins. Olive oil, greens, a recipe passed down through the centuries. It has absolutely nothing to do with any of that. The Caesar salad was invented in 1924 in Tijuana by an Italian immigrant during a 4th of July rush because he ran out of food. Caesar Cardini was a restaurateur who operated on both sides of the US-Mexico border during Prohibition. He had a restaurant in San Diego and another in Tijuana, where Americans flooded across the border every weekend to drink legally. On the 4th of July 1924, his Tijuana restaurant got slammed. The kitchen was nearly empty, supplies were running low, and Caesar Cardini, rather than turn customers away, looked at what he had left and improvised. Romaine lettuce, olive oil, lemon juice, Worcestershire sauce, coddled eggs, Parmesan, croutons. He tossed it tableside, which was itself a performance, a way of making a simple dish feel theatrical and special. Customers loved it. Word spread. Within years, tourists were crossing the border specifically for the salad. Hollywood celebrities started showing up. Cardini's daughter, Rosa, later said that Clark Gable and W.C. Fields were regulars who came just for the Caesar. By the 1940s, Caesar Cardini had trademarked his dressing and was bottling it commercially. The salad had traveled from a desperate improvisation in a Tijuana kitchen to restaurant menus across the United States. But here's what got quietly lost along the way: the name. Everyone assumed it was Roman. Nobody corrected them. The mythology of Julius Caesar was simply more interesting than the truth of a Tuesday night in 1924, when a chef was staring at an almost empty pantry. There's also an ingredient most people don't know about. The original Caesar salad had no anchovies. That's a later addition that became so standard, most people assume it was always there. Cardini himself reportedly disliked anchovies in the recipe and spent years insisting the umami flavor came entirely from the Worcestershire sauce. His family still maintains it. The restaurant industry mostly ignored him. That's the Caesar salad. Not Roman, not ancient, not the product of centuries of culinary tradition. It's a dish born from a supply shortage, kept alive by celebrity gossip, and then handed a false identity so convincing that an entire culture forgot to ask where it actually came from. That's not unusual in food history. It's almost the rule. Subscribe for more stories about the real origins of the food you think you already know. And drop a comment. Did you grow up thinking Caesar salad was actually Roman? Because almost everyone does.